stuff.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Do you ever fuck around with the sensory deprivation tank?
I've been wanting to do that for so long. I want to go to the float lab in Venice. I've got a friend who's got a tank. I know you're big into that. I know that I would really dig it.
Yeah, I have a tank. I have a tank in my basement.
Yeah. So, you know, what are the, you probably talked about this a ton on your show already, but like what, you know, if you could like encapsulate the benefits of that.
Removes the mind from the body, the influence of the body, and all the stimuli of the world erodes. It evaporates rather. It just, it's the mind untethered from the body in a very weird way. And the way I always describe it is, if we were having this conversation, but right next to us there are people screaming at the top of their lungs, it would be very distracting. We would want to go, let's go talk over here. Mm-hmm. And that screaming is information. It's stimuli. It's stimulus. You're constantly getting it right now. While we're sitting in, even though these are very comfortable ergonomic chairs from the Ergo Depot, Capisco chairs. Very good for your posture. I used to fucking my back used to kill me at the end of every show.
Yeah.
But because of these chairs, it's really fantastic. But it's still, you're still in a chair. Your ass is pushing against it. You feel the weight of your body. You're moving around. There's a desk in front of you. We have visual cues. We're hearing things. We have earphones on. There's all this stuff that's going on constantly that we look at it as the world, but what it is data. It's data coming into your brain that your brain has to process. And that data, life itself, is a distraction. In that tank, there is no data. You have a very limited amount of sensation of the fact that you're in water that will eventually go away if you stay still long enough. The water is the same temperature as your skin, so you will get to a point where you don't feel it. There's 1,000 pounds of salt in that water, so you'll float effortlessly. And you're in total darkness. And as long as there's no banging around the room, as long as you're in a good silent area, you will experience quiet in a way that is you never get. You will experience physical quiet. There will be no input. In the absence of that input, your brain becomes supercharged. It makes it so much easier for me to understand influences, objectives, all the things that I have been pushing to the back of my brain, avoiding, come to light instantaneously, highlighted. All issues become highlighted. Any stumbling blocks, any things that you really need to address, all come to the forefront. Mm-hmm. And the way I describe it is the first 20 minutes or so seem like a seminar on my life, like my life is being explained to me. Like if I went to a guru that could explain to me in no uncertain terms, like someone who really knows every aspect of my life, like if you could plug a USB drive into my head, into some supercomputer that can fix things, they'd go, oh, well, look at all these issues you have. You have to get rid of this, clean out this clutter, stop doing that because you don't like it, don't do this, don't hang out with this person, hang out with that person more, concentrate on more on this aspect of your life. Just creatively, it's an unbelievable tool. I go over jiu-jitsu techniques in the tank. I go over transitions. I go over stand-up comedy in there. I go over everything in there.
Yeah, that's great. I want to check it out. I mean, it sounds, the way that you describe that is very similar to the experiences that I have when I'm in long-distance running and training.
I'm sure.
You know, it's that, you know, it's different because your heart's beating and it's kind of an active meditation version of that. But, you know, it's so powerful, you know, and the more that I learn about this world of mindfulness, it's untapped reservoirs of
potential,
you know, personal potential. Exactly.